Hey, welcome to 60 Seconds with the Allen Firm. And I'm excited to have Matt Koronczok, Associate Attorney in our litigation team back on. Matt, thanks for making time today.
Hey, thanks, Josh.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a big topic, and there's a lot of answers to this, but I want you to keep it high level for us, okay?
Sure.
So what is a lien?
Yeah, lien. So that's a big class in law school.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so a lien is, keeping it general, so a lien is a claim against a piece of property for work done on that piece of property. Okay, so liens arise, against land. They arise against buildings, houses, vehicles, anything that somebody does work on. Once they've done that work on that piece of property, if they're not paid, a lien arises, a claim arises against that piece of property, just under operation of Texas law. Okay, so essentially, what happens, and so yeah, let me just give it to you this way. Once you've done work, and if you don't get paid, right? So say you ran the electrical on a new construction home, or you did some dirt work for a commercial building that's going in, or there's any number of things that you could have done on a specific piece of property. Your claim arises against that piece of property. So what you do is you go down to the county clerk in the county, and you file on public record, basically an affidavit, a statement. That says, hey, I did work on this particular piece of property. It was worth this much money, and I didn't get paid. And what that creates in that public record is that the situation that it gives rise to is that the person who owns that piece of property will now, whenever they go to try to sell it, your lien is going to pop up. That statement that you made in public record is going to pop up. And they're not going to be able to sell it. It's going to crowd title. And that happens all the time. So they're going to have to come back and pay you, or just resolve the issue with you one way or another after that they encounter the problem. So it's a great way to get paid. You can also foreclose liens, but that kind of gets into some details we don't need to get into. And just the last thing I guess to know about liens in general is that they are very particular. The law prescribes a very specific way to basically you have to give notices to the owner of the property before you go to the public records and make that statement, that affidavit. You have to do those notices properly. All this stuff has to happen within certain deadlines. Basically, after you get that work done, you don't get paid, act quick. You need to act quick. Talk to a lawyer. If you gotta do liens yourself, go and do one.
Yeah.
But the particularities make filing liens kind of hard for people, right? So if you've never talked to attorneys about filing liens, or if you've been filing them and you think they're right, but you're not sure, you need to talk to somebody about it. You and I have talked about this before. I think more liens that are filed in public records are done incorrectly than they are.
That's exactly right.
And that's no good. I mean, if you have a lien that's not filed properly, it's just no good.
Yeah.
And if you own a piece of property that, a lien can file on it, you can have somebody look at it. There's a good chance it's not done correctly.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I can just wrap this up again and just kind of summarize the key points. A lien is a claim against a piece of property for work done on that piece of property.
Yeah.
When you do the work, you don't get paid, your lien arises, you go to the county clerk and you tell publicly what happened.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a file and title on that piece of property. Okay?
And then that'll at least bring both parties to the table.
What?
Sorry, Matt. So that'll at least bring both parties to the table then. And a lot of times then it helps to resolve it for both sides, the owners and the people doing the work, like the contractors.
Right, and you know better than anybody. You handle so much real estate.
Yeah, that's good. That's helpful. And then really just for some clarification, a lot of what you're talking about is what Texas calls a mechanics lien. So yeah, thank you for explaining that. That's very helpful and just a good high level thing, very technical. So if there's something that rises up and you're a property owner or a contractor, act quick. So thanks for saying that, Matt. That's really helpful. I'm grateful for the time.
Absolutely, Josh. Thank you.
You bet. Thanks.